Check, 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 check. What's up, Storm? You hear me? Hey, Dirty Mac, can you hear it? The mic working? Check, check. Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Now I'm on try to live stream, but you can hear it? You're fucking with me, Dirty Mac. Check, check, check. What's up, Fletcher? Yeah. Let's get a little knock here. Woo! Just getting a simple little beat going here. A little skeleton. We can come back. Clean this shit up. Just want to catch a little vibe real quick. I say, having some fun. Thanks, Stephen. I appreciate it, man. I'm glad you feel it. Thomas hit the pub. Cheers, man. Hey, Esther. I bought this hat off Etsy, actually. I was on there one day just fucking around and I saw it. And it's like, man, I gotta have that hat. It's beautiful. It's funny because when I was little, I used to I feel like I would see people in goofy hats and t-shirts and shit, and I thought it was the most ridiculous thing. And then I had a neighbor who was, he was probably like in his 80s, and he had the hat that said, sex after 60s, like shooting pool with a rope. And when he passed, he left it for me, and I used to wear it just kind of in his memory. And the amount of people that would say something about it or get a kick out of it or smile when they saw it made me realize, oh, there's kind of a charm and a magic and like a power in ridiculous hats. They kind of get the party started in just like day-to-day life. Esther, you said, I literally remember buying it for you. Maybe you did. Maybe in another life. Love don't die. We just change clothes. True that. Can you guys hear me all right? Like, is the volume good when I play this music in the background? I need to watch back and just see how the volume settings are. Yeah, definitely, Josh. Definitely a hat can be as much of an expression as the song. Definitely. It's like, you know, yeah, I'm on like 12 or 13 now. What? Esther, you're on 12 or 13 or what? What up, Candace? Oh yeah, I forgot I had connected this the Discord thing. I don't know if it's like echoing or what, so it's like I'm glad you enjoy it, man. What are y'all up to? Where is everybody? I'm curious where you guys are from. Where are you from, Stefan? McMurray, Canada. Oh shit, it's a long way. I bet it's cold as shit up there right now, huh? Oh, crazy. Minnesota Mayo Clinic radiation treatment. Darius, are you okay, brother? You getting radiation treatments? What up, Virginia Beach? Mid-Mo, is that mid-Missouri? That's awesome. You listen daily. That means a lot. Wow, Thundarius. Hey, congrats, man. That's super wild and inspiring to hear. You're kicking its ass, man, and we'll all, everybody here, send some love and prayer to Thundarius' way. I can't imagine kind of the shit that is to go through and all that entails, man. You gotta be a strong motherfucker to still be kicking. Hey, Rick Pop, where you at in Hollywood, man? $20 or $30, damn. Long way, man. Stay strong, Thundarius. Be sending you love, man. Hey, TXCC, you want that tune? Here, I'll play it for you real quick. So I feel like I had made so many songs that were kind of like reflective and emo, And like I guess that's the stuff I care about making the most, the reflective and like thoughtful shit. And it comes the most natural. But sometimes it's just way funner and kind of more free spirited to do the rap stuff because it's just stream of consciousness. I don't have to sit and try to write out a narrative or get some plot line or anything. I just kind of go off the top. So I'll play you what I had. I did 2 or 3 rap songs in 2 or 3 days, just real quick, having fun with it. And yeah, for me, sometimes it's just like I gotta come in here and I just gotta have fun, even if it's something I might not put out or it might not really gel with the other stuff or have synergy. It just feels good to do. Let me see if I can play it through this speaker. Super rough. It's just a demo. I laid down a vocal. Jane's always called Pamela Anderson. Where is that? Got a shitload of songs in here. This is it. I used to have dreams. I was fucking Pamela. A young top made me holding the camera. Now I dream about his rent, money, lame shit. The Dollar General is the only place I'm famous. Yeah, I used to have dreams. I was fucking Pamela. A young top made me holding the camera. Now I dream about his rent, money, lame shit. The Dollar General is the only place I'm famous. Do you believe in magic, magic? Is there a force beyond the veil? Does everybody get their flowers before the ending of the world? Swear to God, I could have been a running back. Got the fire in a 100 sack. Yeah, good Lord, I'm on 100K. Go on and make the booty clap. Swear to God, I could have been a running back. Sight, got the fire in a 100 sack. Tell the bitch I'm at the party, yeah. Go on and make the booty clap. Do you believe in magic, magic? Is faith enough to be with you? Does everybody get their flowers? I wanna make believe it's true. Stomp on the line, man. Gonna hit him with the big roar. I'ma get a crack at Timberland. Put the hood up in my transport. Stomp on the line, man. Gonna hit him with the big roar. I'ma get a crack at Timberland. Put the hood up in my transport. Yeah, so that was that shit. It was just like a fun little moment. Hollywood and Highland. Oh shit, you weren't too far from me. Adam Martinez says lame. TSC really liked it. Leon Barnes were my parents. Appreciate it. Love this dude. Love you. Fix the name so it goes with my Discord. Where's Yasmin? I could not tell you. Last I knew Yasmin, she had a couple babies somewhere. Open mic. Thanks, man. I appreciate it, Mike. From one mic to another. See what else we got. She heard the song. I don't know what that means. Stomp on little line, man. Hit him with the big one. Let me pull up what else we got in here. Do I want to save this little riff? Just got this new guitar pedal and it's like super fuzzy. Really like 90s kind of grungy sound. Hey, Thomas. Yeah, I'm doing some original artwork stuff I'll be putting up on there, like painting on shit and stuff like that. You said, would you really send the original? Yeah, 100%. If I do something, then I put on there, it'll have like real paint and stuff on there. Esther said motion picture was filmed at the creek. I was the deer he shot. Oh shit. My apologies, Esther. You're back. You're back. You made it back as a human. Thomas, no, probably not. I mean, I just what kind of art would you want, man? I have fun making everything. I love you too. Oops, that was supposed to go to my son. Esther, you're on another one. You crazy. I'm gonna grab a beer real quick. I'll be back. Some good chords to sample for a good old record. Something inspiring. Let's see. I'll save this riff just for shits. See what I want to read. Let's hear this. I forget what this is. What up, Stevie? How you living, man? Been a minute. Yeah, I started this beat the other day. I got some lyrics and stuff. Probably keep it super simple. Jake and Sierra. Thanks, Mike. Hey, thanks, DJ Superfly. I appreciate it, brother. What up, Australia? Simon. Let's see what else we got in here. I'm just gonna spin around some little beat ideas I got going. Sometimes I just kind of start stuff and get a rough thing and get a vibe I like it. If I could ever see myself doing anything with it, I'll just save it and then come back 3 weeks later, not kind of remembering what it sounds like. Y'all want to hear some cool shit? Hold up, let me so I'll play you something real quick. I'm gonna do this project. This kind of content series that's called Welcome to the Future. And it's basically, I'm going to do about a verse length of music for different artists. And then I'm going to write it. I'm going to produce it like I was producing for them. And then write it as if I was writing. And then AI my voice into theirs. So it actually ends up sounding like one of theirs. And I'm going to do video like content clips to this where I kind of like take this potion and go into it. So here's Jay-Z. This is Jay-Z. So I wrote this verse, rapped it, made the beat, which is a Led Zeppelin Dazed and Confused sample, and then turned my voice, rapping, pretending I'm Jay-Z. I'm rapping, like bars that I could hear Jay-Z rapping. So here we go. This is it's just like one verse of it, but it's pretty tight.
Slum dog to a billionaire, this Bali Hove, me Hollywood, from Holly Grove to the Shepherd Blind, down Schiff's Creek, through the Double Swan, down 50 bands in the zip block, corner blow with them thick rocks, slick talk, get your shit rock, drop a body off of my flip-flop. Slum dog to a billionaire, this Bali Hove, me Hollywood, from Holly Grove to the Shepherd Blind, down Schiff's Creek, through the Double Swan, down 50 bands in the zip block. Corner boy with them thick rocks. Slick talk, get your shit rock. Drop a body off of my flip-flop. Slum dog to a billionaire. This Bali Hove, me Hollywood. From Holly Grove to the Shepherd Blind. Down Schiff's Creek through the Double Swan. Down 50 bands in the zip block. Corner boy with them thick rocks. Slick talk, get your shit rock. Drop a body off of my flip-flop. Slum dog to a billionaire.
So that's that. Yeah, it's pretty fun. It's fun to just be able to kind of impersonate somebody else for a minute and write from their shoes. Like, what would I say if I was Jay-Z? Some slumdog to a billionaire. This is Bali Hove meets Hollyweird, from Holly Grove to the Cheval Blanc, down Schitt's Creek through the Devil's Swamp, 50 bands in a Ziploc, corner boy with them thick rocks. Slick talk, get your shit rock, drop a body off in my flip-flops. So I need some more requests of people to do. Jay-Z was the first one. I want to do like some singers too. Maybe I'll do like an old person, like an Elvis record, and then maybe like a goddamn Miranda Lambert, and like a country female. Some of the AIs are better than other ones, like the Jay-Z. Once I put a little distortion and kind of mixed it into the beat, it is hard to tell. Like, it's not Jay-Z. Some of them come really close. Others are like a little bit shit. Johnny Cash could be cool. Yeah, Stevie, that's a great idea. Hey, Scar, you live here in Tennessee, man? Jack Black. That's an interesting one. Like something kind of comedic. Slick Rick. Ren from Brighton, UK. I haven't, DJ Superfly. I have to check him out. Is he a rapper or a singer? Or maybe it's a girl? Pimp C would be cool. Pimp C would be really fun because I really like doing that southern kind of really like simple, choppy flow. I like Pimp C. And I have so many of those old soul samples that with the you put the 808s and kind of the fast tats and just do that classic like southern soul. Oh, that's awesome, Scar. I thought you meant you were here in Tennessee, but we're not too far. I really trying to plan out how to get some little weekend tours going and slide down to places like Florida and up to places like Indianapolis. It's got to get a little band together and a little bit more funding because it's just expensive to go out. Like touring, sadly, just costs a lot of money. So as much as I want to do another full tour right now, I feel like I gotta catch a little momentum or have a song that like gets a little juice. Yeah, I have heard of the Mexican OT, the rap dude that has those crazy cadences. Actually, the first time I heard of that guy, me and my girlfriend were kayaking down this river a couple months ago, and this kid and a group of kids came on their kayaks and they were bumping the Mexican OT dude. And I was like, man, who the hell is that? So I kind of yelled to the kid and he was like, oh, it's Mexican OT. So I YouTubed him when I got home. He's really, really good. Cowboy Killer. I have to look that up. Everything I heard from him was pretty cool just because his voice and his like flow and cadences were crazy. He was doing like, I don't even know, like 30-second note rolls and I'm happy to hear that, Scar. I appreciate that, man. It keeps me inspired knowing that the music does something for people and they feel it like that. Because if it wasn't for that, I probably would have lost a little steam by now. Because I've been at this pretty much every day for 20 years now, all day. There's sometimes when you're just like, oh man, whew. You know. You get a picture song for New Music Friday, something you're really pumped on and really excited about, and you feel like it's really well written, and then you get on there and half the shit's fucking garbage. You're just like, man, this whole industry's a fucking joke. But I guess that just it's part of the trip. I met one person that I introduced your music to that didn't like it. And I mean, that's pretty awesome, Stevie. That's pretty damn cool. There's probably something in there for everybody. I hope that like naturally not everything's going to resonate with everybody, but if you get a song or two in there every once in a while that hits and people connect to, that's great. Well, I appreciate you staying part of the journey, man, and sticking around for it. I feel like in a lot of ways I'm making better music and doing more creative shit than I've done, but it can be hard sometimes to just feel like you're keeping the momentum up because things just move so quick these days, and people listen for 1 minute or love one song and then they forget about it and they're off on the next shit, and then you gotta like reintroduce yourself and convince people. I think it was tricky for me because since Doing Me was the first tune that came out that obviously kind of like said so much, it was a hard thing to follow. So you had all these people that fell in love with that song and like really liked that vibe. And then when it was like, oh, but I actually like to do this too, and I don't want to write that song twice, and I couldn't. And the reason it's special is because I couldn't write it twice. Then it can almost feel like you're like losing people in that way. But yeah, it's one of those things where that song was written for 2 years before it came out, and it was the first one, but it wasn't the first song I wrote. We just wanted to lead with the strongest thing in that way. So it could have been something that like I just dropped recently because I was building up to, but cut my hair also. Yeah, it always surprises me how many people still listen to that and enjoy it. Which I'm curious, DJ Superfly guy, do you think part of that is like that kind of alternative vibe to it? Maybe it's just the chorus that like sticks with people because it's pretty catchy, but yeah, I have a bunch more kind of alternative stuff that I want to finish and drop, but I just have so much shit and I always get torn in between kind of how I want to roll things out and create any kind of like focus and synergy since everything's so all over the place. Indiana Dunes on Lake Michigan and watch the sunset over the. I have not. It sounds pretty magical though. It sounds pretty romantic. You have soul, not sales. I appreciate it, Stefan. I appreciate it, man. TXC, that's awesome, man. Yeah, it's one of my favorites too, honestly, on there. It's one of the ones I found like never really gets old and I can listen to on repeat almost as if it's somebody else's song and just kind of enjoy it from the outside. Funny enough, so you know where that song was born? Broken Man? Broken Man was actually born from let me see, what are the chords? It was in normal tuning. It was a with them Chevys in the back, sweet singers in the front, cruising down the freeway in the hot, hot sun. Suddenly, them blue lights, sentimental line, play safe and lost in it. How bizarre. So I was listening to How Bizarre, which is like it's what is it? It's like double time, but it's similar chords, the similar bass notes. That song came on, and I was like, "Oh man, I love those chords, and those chords always feel good. I need to flip them and use them because there's so many simple chord progressions that you just use, and then you kind of refine again, and you're like, shit, man, I'm singing the same melodies, but that was one I hadn't remember writing anything to, and I was like, oh, these chords feel so good. It's such a classic 3-chord progression. It was OMC, not OPM. Yeah, if you listen now, you might hear it. It's like a slowed down halftime. The melody's different, like the actual lyric and melody is different, but those chords I heard in OMC, and I was like, oh shit, I gotta write something to those chords. I could write something that has that kind of like, and there's, even though they're super different, there's probably a thread in some aspect of the way they feel, because just the way those chords like present themselves. Every time I look around, it's in my face. Yeah, that was a banger. That was a banger. That guy's voice was so cool. Let's put that shit on just for fun. Where is that? OMC, OMC, how bizarre. I won't lie to myself this time. I'm a broken man. It's the truth. Thanks, Stevie. I was talking about earlier how I used to think ridiculous hats in church were like the clowniest thing on the planet. I could never imagine myself wearing it. And then I got kind of inherited one from my neighbor, that one that says sex after 60s like shooting pool with a rope. And I started wearing it just kind of in his honor because I thought it was awesome that he would wear it because he was like 80 years old and always get people They're like, "Oh my God, that's amazing!" Da-da-da-da. And it start conversations, and I was like, "Man, it's so cool to wear a piece of clothing that can like, I don't know, bring something to a moment to life or start a conversation." Ooh, baby. What are you guys listening to right now? You guys got any new stuff that you're loving? I know you got some bangers, Stevie. Cannons, Stick Figure. I'm gonna write some of these down and check them out. Are these the name of the songs or the bands? I'm guessing the bands. Stick Figures. Tierra Whack. She's really cool. I know Tierra Whack. All those short little video clips. Really talented. Bands. Emmett Fenn. He's a good friend of my buddy. Emmett. He's friends with my buddy Nombe. I think I've met him once or twice. Talented dude. All right, Thundarius. Hey, be strong, man. We're sending you love and prayers, brother. Much love, man. Yoki Chan. I actually want to go back and listen to some of their other music at some point in life. They probably had some pretty cool stuff. What else do we have in here? Shit. I don't want to save changes to that. TX, yeah, I do. I try to call her like once every 2 or 3 weeks. She's still doing good. We usually talk for like 15 minutes, and I ask her how the plants are doing, and she, peace, Run V, runs. We'll catch you soon, brother. Hey, Devin, thank you, man. I really appreciate it, brother. TX, yeah. So I call Lisa. I try to like once every couple weeks. And we'll usually talk for like 10 or 15 minutes. Funny enough, she's usually the one to be like, "All right, peace, man." Like she's had enough of talking to me, like I bore her or something. But yeah, she's still. I usually ask her like how the plants are doing, if there's anything crazy going on at the apartment complex, and what kind of chocolate and sugar she's been eating. Bill Withers, lean on me. That could be cool. Yeah, it's a pretty. I've tried to explain to her, TX. What up, Michael? I've tried to explain to her that I wrote a song about her and our friendship, and she can't like get what I'm talking about. She's just confused. I like Nirvana. He was sick. When will we see more Jimmy Donnie? Do you want more Jimmy Donnie? So not only Jimmy Donnie has a cousin named Lil Pippi Long, and he is a redneck Forex trader that trades Forex, and he's going to have a YouTube channel that's all on trading and women, and it'll have a lot of his humor, and he's a very close cousin of Jimmy Donnie. But I've got some more Jimmy Donnie tunes in the holster, and a shitload of videos I need to get to. Honestly, I just get so like overwhelmed and scattered with all the ideas, just trying to figure out what to finish and what to do next. But I have a shitload of Jimmy Donnie's written out. But if you want more, we can make it happen because I'm a big fan of Jimmy too. Tribe Ran Murderer. Who the took is Jimmy? Oh, come on now, George. You gotta know who Jimmy Donnie is, man. You better find out. Oh, that's cool, Mike. Yeah, we have fun with that. I want to do some more little videos like that. I got this little beat going. It almost reminds me of like, I don't know if anybody out there ever listen to Deftones, but they were like one of the kind of like heavier alternative bands of that time that I always really loved. And I guess the chords kind of remind me of that. Stray, you like Deftones? Yeah, man. Yeah, Knife Party's a banger. I always loved. I love Minerva too. That was obviously like one of the more mainstream ones, but there's something like so ethereal about that song. It gives me a weird type of feeling. Oh, that's cool. A bunch of you guys like that. La, 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 la. Honestly, I feel like yeah, it's got the rhythm has that Green Day. I'm trying to sleep. They got that same stab. That's like what is that? I was like. I'm having trouble trying to sleep. What up, that drunk guy and his BS opinions? Welcome, man. Seriously, play the Chauffeur by is that Deftones? I never sleep, I'm wasting time. Oh, the Chauffeur is Duran Duran. Let's play that. I like that idea. I love Duran Duran. I like this voice. Hey Thomas, guitar. You should absolutely learn, man. You can get yourself a nice, decent guitar for like $140, and it'll just it'll it'll just keep giving and giving to you. pretty much kept me sane for life. And if I could go back and relearn it and have those first 6 months where you're figuring out how to play Green Day and Nirvana songs and like playing your first Led Zeppelin solo, there's no feeling quite like it. Oh, Stray, I see. You're saying Deftones have a version of this. I want to hear this first, actually. I really like Duran Duran. What's that one banger Duran Duran song? Is na 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 na. Oh, Electric Feel Great. South High Ren. Girl by girl, go. Oh, God, that was born of just having the sideline and talking to people on there, and it was like such a big part of my life at the time when like right after those billboards were up and the line was just getting called all the time, mainly by people like pranking it or calling to figure out what the hell it was. And it wasn't even people that knew the music. But I wanted to write a song about that. It was I was answering it so much, and it kind of became my world. And I was like, I have to write a song about this, and what it means, and the deeper kind of aspect of it. So it was born out of just having the billboards up at that time and having the sideline that I was just picking up all the time, and just realizing kind of the beauty and magic and connecting with people and people being there for each other, even if they're kind of complete strangers. Because at the end of the day, we're not really strangers, especially you talk to somebody for 10 minutes and you can kind of feel from their energy like you know who they are, and then you're like literally not strangers then at all. Me and Adam Heartbreak Kid, I'll write that. I'll write that down, Stevie. And, um, New Moon Monday, Duran Duran, perfect. Like Travis and Lisa are here for you. Hey, much love. Appreciate it. That's awesome, Scar. I'm happy to hear it, man. Hey, Eric, I appreciate that, brother. Real means a lot. You guys support and just knowing you guys get something out of the music keeps me doing it. That's what keeps me inspired. So every even little comment that made to you just feel like whatever, it's gas in my tank. Like I take it all in and it's what keeps me inspired to keep making it, knowing people out there are listening and get something real from it. So the kids from doing me were it was like this woman that Rick's studio Shangri La worked with, and anytime they needed kids, they would call her. She was really nice lady, kind of strange, but she had these like 20 kids on command that just like called them up, and it was like that day. Kind of Rick had the idea of like, what if we did a kids choir on the end? And I'll be damned if it wasn't 2 or 3 hours later and there's 20 kids showing up ready to like, and they were all in there going, fuck, 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 fuck. And the woman's like, don't say that until we start recording. Do not say that word when you leave here. And all their parents are sitting there cheering and clapping because they know they're about to get a check for like $700 for each one of these little fuckers to sing on it. Yeah, those kids make bank. I think a lot of those parents would have let them do a lot of things for that money. Allman Brothers Soul Shine is one of my favorite go-to when I'm feeling low. Doesn't sound like you, but the lyrics remind me. Oh shit. I dig Allman Brothers and naturally like heard heard a lot of their music just throughout time and shit, but I don't know that I know that song. I have to check it out. Kids hearing OZ. Where's OZ? Mac Miller. Shout out to Mac Miller. Incredible dude. Whipping pose. Hey Alan, I appreciate it, man. Glad you're feeling it. Stefan, you're saying live from Philly. I thought you were in Philly, but I remember you saying you were where were you? I don't. Hey Stevie, I don't. I'm slacking, bro. I have to play it. Let's put it on. Soul Shine. Allman Brothers Soul Shine. I might have heard it. You know, I might recognize it, but I don't know it off the name. I don't know, and I don't give a fuck what's protein powder, buddy. Almost reminded me of like Chris Stapleton when I came in. He's got a lot of Allman Brothers. Hey Scar, I hear you, man. He was one of my favorites too. In later life, like I always knew he was a talented kid ever since. Like I remember seeing him on this blog, Good Music All Day. That was like every white rapper in the world. They posted all of them on. It was like a college blog that had music, and I remember them posting back like right when he had like Nikes on my feet and that stuff. And I remember seeing it being like, man, out of all these kids they post, this kid's actually like really likable and seems like a cool, genuine guy. And the other ones all seemed like they were kind of posing, but he seemed like I don't know, he was just having fun with it. He wasn't trying to be anything. And so then as the years went on, it was like he just completely evolved. And yeah, one of my favorite, I love his singing voice. Like uh, the Spotify acoustic version of Dunno is like one of my favorite recordings. It's just beautiful. And all his later tunes were just like, it's my kind of music where it was in between alternative and rapping and singing and like soulful chords and colors and just somebody kind of speaking their like internal dialogue. He definitely was legendary. It's just always, Yo, Control. Oh, dude, I have so many tunes. I have a laptop with probably like I don't even know 100 tunes that 50 of them I really like and want to release. And a lot of them are like rough mixes or three quarters written. And so for right now, my whole goal is just I want to shoot as many bullets as I can and just get a song out like once every month or 2 months and keep that going. And then I'll do another Life on Earth album, but I want to do a couple different projects. I got a shitload of like alternative rock songs I might put on the thing. I got a kind of gang of just straight up rap tunes. Um, and then I just have like the amalgamation kind of the album type songs that are a little bit of everything that I'll be trying to get together. But I'm also just trying to do so much other shit simultaneously. Spend a shitload of time like on here trading, doing forex and stuff, just trying to make money to pay the rent. So it's kind of like I have two full time jobs right now. So it's pretty much anytime I get that I can just get creative, I'm making stuff and trying to figure out, what to drop next to keep the ball rolling. Kurt, have you ever spoke on DMT? You know what? I never have. I bought some DMT right before I put out the first Life on Earth album, and I was about to do it, and I was like, "Holy shit, I should get this album out first. If I do this DMT, and then I look back and I'm like talking about certain stuff, I might go, you know, throw the whole record out. I need to make a gospel album." So I was afraid that like I need the DMT and have some epiphany, like these songs don't have the right vibration or might influence people to do the wrong things or whatever. So I was like, I'll hold off on the DMT. And then um, after the album came out, I remember looking for it for a while, but I couldn't find it. I actually ended up finding it like 2 years after that, sitting there. And by that time, I was taking a medication that I couldn't take anything serotonin based at the same time. But so now I haven't seen DMT, but I have blasted off quite a few times on ketamine, which yes, is probably similar in the sense that when I do that, blast it off, and then it became whole. Uh, it's complete like ego destruction. Like there was no me. It was just pure experience and like waves of like emotion and feeling and oneness with everything. And um, so I'm guessing kind of from what I've heard, I know people have all kinds of really wild experiences like DMT, people that feel like they planted like chips by extraterrestrial beings and crazy shit. So I'm sure it's a little different, but yeah, I guess I've been gone or blasted off in a similar way before, which I wouldn't. I guess I would. Uh, I said if you're gonna do something, probably just do the DMT to get it. The mics in and out. Check, check, check. Can you guys hear me? Hey Lisa, I'm not sure. I hope soon enough, to be honest. I really am itching to get back out and play a bunch of new songs, play some old stuff, like really make the show as fucking magical and vibrant as I can and bring in other elements besides just music. Um, I'm really itching to. I just have to save some more funds before I do any touring because I don't have a label like when I went on tour with Yellow Wolf and Coast Modern and Max Frost and all these people. I had a label that was helping me fund it. And funny enough, they gave me a lot of money. And still, once I took the money that I got to open on top of the money they gave me, I still came out in the negative. So, touring when you got to pay like three other people to play with, you got to rent a van, and then you're talking hotels. Touring insurance sometimes like used to cost me $10,000 a year to just I had to write a check and just to cover us in case anything happened touring. So like touring isn't even easy if you're not like a giant artist when you're on a label, but when you're not on one, then it gets really hard. And I think from the outside, people don't understand that because in their head, they're just like, oh, well, if that artist goes on a tour, like it's a chance for them to make money. But it's like, nah, you got to be selling like a lot of tickets to get to the place where you're not losing money on tour. And sadly, I'm just not in the place in this moment to lose any more money or fork up any more money. So I have to wait until I've had, kind of grown an account that's set aside for that to go do that. And I'm itching, and I hope that's not a long time, but you know. Hey, Star Cards. That's tight, man. I'm glad you like Night Drive. I really like Night Drive too, because I felt like it was just like an ode to that experience of driving at night. It's not that deep. It's not like whatever. It's just kind of a vibe. And sometimes those are just fun to write. It's not always fun to write stuff that's really contemplative or heavy or emotional. And sometimes I just feel like that type of music that I love writing that is that way needs like a break and a release. And that's when I like doing the night drives and the stuff that might just have more groove and more feeling in the music and less in the lyric or the narrative. But, you know, different strokes for different folks. It didn't seem to really make any kind of splash. I'll be getting a lawsuit soon. Christmas will be good this year. I'll take care of you. Christmas will be good this year. All right, Mike, I'm ready for it, man. Bro, when you get ready, you have a venue and a place to crash. Hell yeah. That type of thing actually helps. Places to crash, because you know we can rent like one of those old passenger vans for not that much. Then it's one of the main expenses is just like paying musicians every night, and then you have to go, and if you want to rent a rehearsal space or whatever, you might oh shit, Scar, you're the man. I appreciate that. The start of the motherfucking tour and fun. Let's go. Let's go. I think that's my first super live ever. My first super chat. I'm fucking pumped. Yo. Hey, brother.
Going on?
What's going? Hey, I'm actually on I'm on YouTube live right now. You're live on the air. What do you want to say to the world, man?
Hey man, I just want to say that I love Mikey Mike.
Oh man, I appreciate it.
Totally connect with the music. Been a fan for many, many years, since Volume 1.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
And I think it's cool that you've set up this way to communicate with the artist and kind of get the details behind the songs and stuff, especially for somebody that doesn't create music, that just enjoys listening to music. So
yeah, you kind of get an outside perspective. I know it would interest me too, to like there's definitely certain people I wish I could ask them, like, how did that song come about, or where was that born from?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a cool place to kind of do it. For all you guys out there on YouTube, if you go to buymeacoffee.com/Mikey Mike, I'm talking, hey, W. Fisher, what's your full name, brother?
Wes.
Wes
is my name. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, good to meet you, Wes.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you too, man. Thanks for putting us together.
Hell yeah.
So
go ahead, Wes. What did you? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
I was just saying, thanks for putting this together. Buy Me Coffee is a great idea. Love the unreleased music. If you're not already in, get in.
Yeah, you heard the man. You heard Wes. So here it is. Buymeacoffee.com. I'm posting the link. And so what I have is basically a subscription kind of service, and it is it kind of is the way of joining the team. And it's not just about the music. While there is some aspects that's about, like, I'm going to be, on the Discord, I'm dropping new music and saying, hey, check this out. What do you guys think of this? Or what do you think of this artwork? Or we're all just hanging out, or whatever it may be. There's that aspect that's like tied to the music, and kind of like, it was my way of thinking, all right, I don't play nicely or seem to do really well on labels or like with industry people. So why don't I make the people that resonate or connect with this the most, the label and the team, and they can be the first to hear the songs and be like, oh, I really like that. That's worth coming out. Or I like that artwork better. Or, like Wes asked, hey, how did Moonstrike, I said Moonstrike. I don't even know the name of my own goddamn song. Moonstruck. How did that song come about? And it was cool for me because I get to think back on it and be like, that thing actually was born on July 4th of about 2 years ago, yada, yada. But anyway, hit the link. It's only, I think, $7 a month. And with it, you're guaranteed like at least one piece of unreleased music every year. I mean, the last month, I think I put 2 or 3 things. I got a bunch of just like demos and stuff that'll go on there. There's no limit to, technically. It's not like just one song a year. It's at least, one unreleased piece of music a year you get with it. And you get to be kind of part of a family where we're all in there hanging and sometimes we do these lounges, and it's cool because in the Discord, if somebody else talks, like Wes was to talk and his camera's connected, he pops up on the shit. So the other day we had a handful of us in here, and every time somebody went to talk or like tell a story or whatever, the camera would go to onto them and you could see them. And then it was really cool. It felt like we were all hanging out in a room, just like shooting the shit, telling stories and talking about life and stuff. So because one thing I've noticed is whenever we do the weekend at Mikey's thing here, everybody that has come, everybody that's ever showed up here has been similar in the way that like they're all pretty laid back, not overly serious people, not overly PC, but at the same time still like, you know, just loving and open people that don't judge or give a fuck what anybody does. And also people that like are on a search for some kind of truth in life or trying to navigate this whole kind of weird matrix we're in. And so that's been my favorite part of the weekend at Mikey's thing, is just been realizing that, damn, like all the people that listen to the music seem to resonate and they all get along really well. And when people that are strangers come out for the weekend, they end up becoming friends and like staying connected. And so hey, what up, Cincy? How you doing?
There.
I'm on YouTube live right now. I'm telling everybody, I'm talking to Wes, and we're telling everybody about the motherfucking party that's happening in the private Discord. So you guys, it's like $7 a month. You can join if you're like, nah, this is whack, or you know, I'm not getting anything out of this. You can just cancel your shit. But the idea is I want to keep just building this so that it's like more time, more people getting to know each other that are similar minded and really kind of make a loose family out of this, because I've got the pleasure and the joy of like getting to know a lot of the people that resonate, listen to the music, and it never I never get what's the fucking phrase?
Look what I happen to have on.
Oh shit, that's amazing. You know what? I'm super I feel guilty that I had a whole thing ready for that to go, and I was completely serious about running for mayor. I spent a ton of time reading every book on local government, charters, fucking you name it. I built out all these policy platforms, and I remember thinking, technically I couldn't have won because I don't live in Nashville. You have to live in Nashville for at least 3 years, and I think be a Tennessee citizen for 7 years. So I didn't even have a chance, but I wanted to take it as far as I could go, thinking, you know, maybe I'll at least get the ear of the person that's mayor or set up for the next run or whatever the hell it was. But I am super like, I missed it. I remember going, holy shit, I need to check about the mayoral run, because I had like 600 flyers printed, ready to go, all this stuff. And by the time I clicked back in and checked it, it was like the early polling shit had started. And I was like, oh my God, I missed this. I thought I had a whole nother year. So I'm kicking myself for that. But, you know, we'll make it happen next time. We'll just have to, you know, just dial in
People
the policies.
always ask me.
Just dial in the policies. But I was ready to go for it in the sense that, like, all the people I saw running, the biggest issue I had, and it was like the elephant in the room to me, was that none of them seemed to understand. Either they were not aware, or were not forward with the fact that economically, one, the position Nashville's in with it used to be one of fiscally like the soundest cities, and now it's like become super loose and taken by the like big government book of like spending shitloads of money on all this stuff. Like the debt is ballooning here, all kinds of stuff. And what we have fiscally coming, like not just, I don't even think just for America, but globally, based on kind of the way things are set up and the currency issues we're going to have, and the fact that, you know, you have not just a few nations with gigantic amounts of debt, but like most nations kind of in this really tight fiscal place. Like in America, we can barely pay we can't even technically in this moment pay the interest on the debt, let alone start paying back the debt. And at some point, that's going to become very real. And I think we're within a few years. So with the mayoral run, I'm like, my whole campaign was based on like being honest with people and saying, this is what's coming, not for America, not for our city, but for the globe. And we need to start preparing. We need to treat the city like a goddamn business in terms of like how we spend our money, where money goes, how we invest the tax money that comes in. Tax money that comes in is sitting in goddamn dollars that are inflating every day. It should be put into assets and things that retain their value. But I could go on that all fucking day. But we'll get them. We're gonna get them next time around.
Right.
We're gonna get them next time.
All
But,
right.
When's the next weekend at Mikey's?
When do you want it to be, Wes? I was just talking with my girlfriend like today or yesterday about it. I was like, man, I think it's time for a weekend out here. There have been a few people past couple months that were interested, and I just got so in over my head. We both, me and my girlfriend, with just life and her working and me and trying to do the trading and finish the music and whatever. But definitely, I feel like it's time for it because it's been a while.
We were there with Wes.
You were there with a different.
I haven't
different.
been.
You were there with
Yep.
Wes from Kentucky, a different Wes.
Oh, Wes from Kentucky. Okay.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
when was that? When was that show? That was probably what?
January.
Was it
January
January?
20th.
Yeah, damn. But
It's
actually,
time.
Wes, the main thing I'm trying to build toward, and this is another thing we're trying to get the back set up right. Like we got yurts, and we're adding on to like the whole little village by the creek. Is I want to do like a mini Coachella where there's like 30 or 40 people come out and
Awesome.
have a number of bands, and then we'll have yurts and like camp spots. People can sleep in the house, and just make a weekend kind of out of it, of just a lot of people playing music, swimming in the creek. I mean, it'd actually be nice to do kind of more spring when it's not like super, when the weather is like kind of moderate and it's nice to sleep out there, because summer can get pretty hot. I mean, I wouldn't give a shit. I think probably actually most people wouldn't care because you can just hop in the creek. But yeah, well, definitely that's like one thing I'm definitely building towards, and is always somewhere in my mind, like how can we keep adding to that and getting things slowly built up back there so we can make that happen in the spring, early summer, something.
I'm down. Bring the camper.
Oh, you got a camper?
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah. Where do you live, Wes?
I'm in Nashville, right out east side Nashville.
You're in Nashville, man?
Yeah,
Well, brother, you got to come out here and hang.
I know. I'm saying.
Dude, hit me up. You're welcome to just come drop by any day, and we'll go get some food, or just, I'll show you the world around here. That's wild.
Right.
Dude. I had no idea you
Deal.
were in Nashville, man. That's super cool.
Here's a cool story. I texted you about 2 or 3 years ago to your number and told you I dug the music. You asked where I was. I said Nashville. You said I'm going to be out there recording my next album. Come get a beer. And I couldn't make it happen. We didn't connect. But yeah, I was surprised to find that you were living out here.
Yeah, so I moved up to Springfield like maybe it's been 2 years now. Oh yeah, it has been 2 years. It was November of like 2 years ago. In my head, I'm like, oh, it's been like 7 or 8 months. Like it feels like we just got here, but obviously time just goes quicker and quicker. But yeah, been up in Springfield, which you probably know, it's just like 25 minutes. I say 25 minutes. My girlfriend says 35. She used to get pissed because I write on the Airbnb, we're 20 minutes from Nashville, and she'd hear people in the Airbnb whisper like, this shit isn't 20 minutes. It's 35 fucking minutes. And I'm like, well, maybe if you drive faster, you fucking dickhead, you'd get there quicker. Because I always thought it sounded way better to be 20 minutes outside the city than like, I can do it in 28, I think. And I don't even drive that fast. So I don't know what they're on. But yeah, she'd be like, you need to change that. It is not accurate. These people come here and they're fucking pissed off because they think they're going to be 18 minutes from Nashville and it takes them 35 minutes. And I'm like, sounds like their problem to me.
We'll do it.
Yeah, dude, just you just hit me up here on the Discord or whatever, message me there, hit this the sideline, and I'm pretty much like most days just in here either sitting on here trading or doing the music. So you're welcome just to be like, yo, you're free, you know, I want to come stop by, and you can come, or I'll hit you up when I'm in Nashville and we'll drink a beer or something.
All right, that sounds awesome. Thanks, man.
For sure. I need to do a better setup one here. Like I'll do one maybe a day or two ahead. Like tomorrow, I'm gonna go on at 7, so some more people can be. I just always kind of last minute. I'm like, oh, I think I'll go on there, but it'd be cool, you know, if we get a number of us in here and pass the mic around here. Everybody's what's going on with everybody. Where's the man at? The legend, Brian at?
He's home asleep. I'm babysitting grandkids.
Oh, are you? Oh, shit. Oh, Brian's passed out, huh? You didn't make him come babysit?
No, he's watching the dogs, and I'm watching the kids and the dogs here.
Shit. Sounds like he got the easy job.
Yeah, he got the easy job. Like I said, he's asleep. You see, I'm not.
Yeah.
Yep.
Michael West said, let's go camping, no Vaseline. Oh, man, I think I know what you're saying there. That's one of my favorite jokes still to this day. It's like the most ridiculous joke in the world. Hey,
that was funny.
You want to go camping? Oh, fuck. What is it? You want to go camping? Oh, no. It was, if you went camping and you woke up with something in your butt, would you tell anybody? And yes or no, you want to go camping?
I saw that long ago on your. Yeah, that was funny.
I forget where the hell I heard that originally, but I was like, that's incredible. I'm keeping that one in my pocket.
Yeah, you were. It was one of your videos. You were walking around outside.
Yeah, it was with
LA.
Jared. It was with Jared, the guy that used to shoot the videos. I remember that was like actually pretty early on when I moved. I'd probably only been at that apartment for like a year or two. That's where little Lisa was like right across the way.
Yeah. Yeah, I just saw that the other day.
Yeah, I want to do a bunch more little skit type shits, and got a bunch. I want to make a whole another YouTube channel that's based around this character who's kind of like a Jimmy Donnie, but he's a redneck forex trader, and he runs a Discord and like has all his members are like these like 13-year-old kids from Bangladesh that are trying to make money off trading, but he loses every trade. So it's going to be like kind of a comedy. There's like in the trading world, there's like this huge YouTube presence of these like gurus, or these guys that like show their Lamborghinis and like, oh, I made fucking 2 million trading Forex last year. You can do it too if you take my new course and get my signals and all this stuff. And so it's like, I feel like there's a prime world to like parody that, because so many trading people spend all their time on the internet and like watch a ton of videos and watching YouTube and whatever while they're on there waiting for trades to set up. So I'm like, I could probably get a little bit of like steam going. Oh, you know what? I have a monitor over here. You probably can't see in this, but I keep looking over here because I see you, Cincy, and like my Discord shit is over here. So I feel like I'm looking at you, even though the camera shit is up here.
I'll see you.
Yeah, this YouTube frontier is a whole new world for me. I gotta figure it out. I'm jonesing for a goddamn some nicotine right now, and I'm trying to stop. I figure if that's my only serious vice, then yeah, I'll survive.
Well,
Raw potatoes
I'm off
for
grandma
everyone.
duty, so I'm going to be heading out.
All righty, we'll catch you soon. I'm about to hop off here too. I need a shower. It's been, I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I've showered in 2 or 3 days. Shit's rugged.
Yep.
I can't be smelling good right now.
Hey, thanks for putting this on, Mikey. I'll be
Yeah,
in
hey
touch.
Wes, I'll see you soon, brother.
Yep.
For real, just hit
Do
me
it.
up, man. We'll connect one way or another. In Nashville or out here.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
All right, guys, have a great one.
You
Gonna log
too.
off the Discord. I'll stay on YouTube here for a sec.
Tell Mac, hey.
I will. She's upstairs chilling. She's been working hard.
I know. I see she's been kicking butt out there. So
Yeah, she doesn't stop. She's a hard little worker. I respect
yeah.
it.
Yeah,
All right.
but
Tell
definitely
Brian
tell her I
what's
said
up.
hey.
I will tell Brian I said what's up.
I
Again, I'm
certainly
looking
will.
down. I feel like I'm looking at you in your face, and I'm like,
I got you.
peace. Peace.
All righty. Good night.
Good night. Disconnect from there. Oh yeah, run. You said what's your take on Epstein and Operation Mockingbird? I mean, I think Epstein definitely got the got taken out for sure. Obviously he had all kinds of information. I don't know the exact detail of who or what he was. I think the most realistic thing I've heard is that Epstein was probably Mossad, which is like Israel's kind of intelligence agency, and probably blackmailing a lot of world people, but probably majorly American powerful people as a way to for Mossad to have dirt on these very influential and powerful American people, which gives them more influence inherently in our country and our policies, and also in the world. Now, I don't know that for sure. That would just be my best guess. I don't just everything nowadays is like some other shit that you couldn't even imagine. But I do think a lot of those creepy fuckers were up there. Have you seen the video with Bill Gates where they're like, what about Epstein? Like, you know, do you regret spending time with him? And fucking Bill Gates creepy ass is like, don't, he's dead. So what does it matter? Ha ha ha. I'm like, God damn, this dude, Bill Gates might be one of the creepiest dudes of all times. Hey, thank you, Superfly. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate your support. To anybody out there that financially is not in the place to support, the biggest way you can help is just share the music with other people. Like that, the more people get shared with, the more people listening. It just keeps this whole thing alive. So, you know, that means a ton to me. With or without any other kind of support, that is an amazing way to support. It's just like when new songs come out, if you're feeling them, or old songs or whatever the hell it is, like, and you have somebody in your mind like, oh, I think they would enjoy that, just send it to them, and like, you know, your dues are paid with me. John Tutter, John Barron. Question everything. What's your thoughts on it, Ron? Michael, you hooked me up with that ad. From from one Lisa to the other. Little Lisa she's doing good. I actually talked to her probably like maybe 5 days ago. It's funny because sometimes she's super brief. Like yeah, I'll be trying to talk to her because I know she doesn't talk to that many people. So I'll try to, like, usually I'm driving or something, and I'll try to keep the conversation going. At some point, she'll just be like, "All right, well, good to talk to you." And I'm like, "All right, I guess you cut me off now. Fair enough." But she's doing good. She's kicking. She's working on the plant. She pretty much, like, Lisa's like schedule is pretty much like wake up, work on the plants, like go through the recycling. To be honest, I don't even know what the hell she does. Like, she just goes through the cans and shit and like resorts them and puts them back. And then she eats like lots of chocolate and sugar, and that's and then she watches TV at like 6 o'clock and falls asleep at like 7:30. So you know, when I talk to her, it's pretty much like, you know, have you been eating a lot of chocolate? Like, how the plant's doing? Are there any new neighbors? I've tried to get her to come out here, but she refuses to go on airplanes. Good quote, Stevie. Shout out to Osho, one of my favorites. A lot of people think he's nuts, and he was, but he was also fucking brilliant and a wealth of like wisdom. If you could drop like your judgments or perceptions of who or what he was, and just listen to the teachings, and, you know, kind of take what resonates with you, like separate the sugar and the salt and say that strikes me as true, and I want to run with that. Osho has a book called Book of Secrets. It's one of my favorites ever, and I've never actually even finished the goddamn thing because it's like, I don't know, probably like it's like, you know, that thick. It's probably like a couple thousand pages. But you can open that book to anywhere, and it's just like some unbelievable stuff. The guy was truly brilliant. There's a really great video. I mean, Stevie, you might have seen this. I'll post it in here. I'll just play it for a second because you should be able to. You should be able to hear it through the speaker. You can't be He's talking about the word fuck and all the different connotations and contexts of it in English, and it's super funny and also just like pretty thoughtful. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome, Sean. That's super cool, man. I'm pumped to hear that. If he asks about a bump with the king, just tell him it's a fist bump. Fist bump with the king. Besides Osho, I'll say that, man, Yogananda up there is one of my favorites for sure. Kind of, if you start with the autobiography of a yogi, it's kind of a spiritual like classic, and you know, it was super famous over here in like the 60s and 70s. But Yogananda was unbelievable, a legend. He's the one I feel like I wouldn't say I have a guru by any means. I feel like my heart is the guru, and I kind of have an aversion to like that idea of being like, this is my guru, or that. I'm just kind of like want to completely follow my own path and let my heart be the guru. But if there is one voice that's most dominant and one I guess I trust the most in terms of spiritual wisdom and connection in that way, it'd be Paramahansa Yogananda. If you haven't like seen his stuff or read Autobiography of a Yogi, read it. It might be a little feel slow at the beginning because it's like a lot of stuff, but as you go on, it's unbelievable, and it's just the beginning of the rabbit hole of all the magic and wisdom and power to Yogananda as a being and his teachings. But yeah, Osho, Yogananda, Gurdjieff, who was like a Russian yogi. Gurdjieff was amazing. They called him the Rascal Saint because Gurdjieff would like do wild shit where he would show up to speak to people and he would pretend to be blackout drunk and stumbling around, and there'd be hundreds of people that came to see him. It's like this. Gurdjieff. So people would come to see him. He'd be stumbling around drunk. People would get pissed, start booing. Hundreds of people would leave, and there'd be 4 or 5 people left. And he would go, now we can begin. And he also would do like wild shit where like one of his main pupils that ended up writing a book about him, why am I blanking on his name? Anyway, Gurdjieff one time called him to Russia in the middle of a war, and like the whole shit was a war zone. And the dude was like, I don't know if I should come. Like, it's a war zone. I could die. And Gurdjieff's like, you need to come. I need you to come find me. And the dude makes this journey from America all the way over there into a war zone, finds him, and Gurdjieff is like, okay, you can go now. And the guy got so angry that he never spoke to Gurdjieff again. And Gurdjieff later said if he had just in that moment accepted the moment and not had that reaction, he would have attained more or less everything that he was striving for. With the point of that being that, like, there's a certain level of acceptance and non-reactiveness that it takes to really be in a like a clear channel in a way. And when you go somewhere and the guy's like, oh, I don't actually need you, I was just fucking with you, and you have that emotional reaction, it's like you're still buying into the trip, you're still buying into the illusion, you're still going, well, I wasted my precious time and I risked my life. And if you just drop all those kind of bullshit head trips and he had just accepted it and going, okay, all right, things might have changed for him. He also one time with the same dude, they were on a train, and Gurdjieff took a suitcase and threw it out the goddamn window of the train. And the dude goes, how the hell, how could you do that? That was somebody's clothes. And he goes, relax. They were your clothes. It's fine. And so again, the dude, what's his name? Ospensky. He flips out like, how could you throw my clothes out? Da-da-da-da-da. Later, he found out that Gurdjieff had actually taken his clothes out of the suitcase, and he just threw out the suitcase. And again, he was testing him to almost see if he could like have this acceptance of life and not be so reactive to things and get so emotional and buy into the whole trip and just like hold a place of equanimity within himself, of just like everything is what it is and it's unfolding, and there's no reason to get upset that my favorite clothes just flew. Naturally anybody kind of in our our world or mindset would be pissed off if that happened. But you know, it's kind of the whole trip was to just drop that shit. So Gurdjieff, that was a long detour on him, but Gurdjieff, oh man, there's so many. Krishnamurti was amazing. He was like fucking like 4 foot, like tiniest little Indian dude, but he was as fierce as a bull. Like I found with the greatest yogis and like saints and those people, they didn't give a fuck about people liking them or being known as friendly or loving. They were always trying to challenge people. They didn't care what people thought of them because they didn't, you know, they weren't holding on to this ego of like, I have to be liked and people must perceive me as this beautiful guru and magical, and like it was so far beyond that. So I love Krishnamurti because he was one of those dudes that was super fierce and didn't really give a shit at all. He was just there to challenge people's beliefs, their thoughts, the things they thought they knew. He was a brilliant dude. He's another one. Oh man, there's so many. I probably read like hundreds at this point, hundreds of those, you know, spiritual books and on different, pretty much every saint and mystic, because it's just what kind of interests me the most in life, kind of that quest for truth and figuring out what the hell's really going on and what's real and what's not. And yeah, Krishnamurti is like this. His name is Jiddu Krishnamurti. Last question. Do you think you've ever written any of your stuff using stream of consciousness? Actually, Stevie, I was talking about in the Discord today because Wes, who was on here, asked about Moonstruck. And I was telling him that was pretty stream of consciousness. Like if you listen lyric for lyric, they don't all necessarily, there's like a similar world they exist in and tie them together and they feel cohesive, but they also are all just, it's just a stream. And also Trouble was a stream of consciousness that came out in like I don't know, that whole song in probably 20 minutes. It just like really, really quick. I find a lot of the times the best ones they do come out as a stream of consciousness kind of and very quickly. Sometimes you'll get good tunes that like you really have to work at and edit a lot and slowly come together. But the majority now, I feel like if it's something and I'm really in that like tapped in and receiving it and just channeling it and turning it into words and getting it down, you know, some of them now I can write in like 20 minutes flat and they're done, record the bitch and, you know, it's ready to go like a day or two later. Stevie, I used to get it a lot. I think when I put more pressure on myself, and I think the more songs, like once I realized that I was never going to run out of songs or ideas, I remember thinking after the first album, like, shit, am I going to be able to make a second album? Because it took me a long time. Like the first album's almost a mixtape that spanned like 8 fucking years. Some of the songs on the first album I had written 8 years before they ever came out, but I wanted them to get like a shot at being heard. So after that, I was like, fuck, I got to write another album and put it out in like a year or two. Like, how am I going to do that? And I felt stressed, but the songs just started pouring. And then once I started stacking up a bunch of songs, I feel like that fear and pressure kind of went away because I'm always like, oh, I got a gang of songs I really like I could release. There's no need for pressure. I don't need to create anything. I have enough to last me till I'm probably 80 of tunes that I really do like and would like to come out. And another thing I'll say, I used to get it a lot, and then I started taking a medicine that I feel like this was probably from years ago and on serious benders and doing shit I shouldn't have been doing. I think I really screwed up my neurochemistry. And when I started taking this old MAOI, it was like a light switch went off, and I started waking up at the 6 a.m. and making beats. When I went a while and I didn't even want to pick up a guitar. I was like, man, I've played every chord progression. I've written every lyric. I have nothing more to say, and I just I hated even opening up my Ableton to start making beats, because I'm like, I've made every beat there is. I have 200 on here that are just sitting here. Why am I going to make another beat? And I was just in this very like deep melancholy type place where I just felt numb and got no joy out of it. And then when my medicine kicked in, it was like I fell in love with it and found the joy in it again. And ever since then, I haven't really had issues. I will say for the last 2 weeks, I've had a little bit of issues, but mainly in the sense that I'm just torn with exactly what the hell I want to say and make right now. Not so much the trouble of making it, but just the decision of what do I feel like is worth creating and being heard. I might have tunes I love, but I'm like, I don't know, maybe this will be a part of something, but I feel like in this moment I need something else that is really kind of direct and tangible and relatable about life and whatever. So I just got the master for the next tune that's coming out. I wrote this actually I don't know, maybe it was a week ago, and I couldn't sleep and got up at about 4 a.m. and wrote this song in 20 minutes. It's called Dealer. And it's you'll hear it. I don't want to give it away. Not that it's like some big ass thing, but I think it'll be funner to just hear it. When you hear it, it's got a pretty cool little twist in it. And I just got the master. Hey, what up, Brian? Thanks, man. I'm glad you enjoy it. Yeah, the Dealer tune. I just got the master, finished some artwork, so I'm gonna submit it. Spotify will probably come out in 3 weeks and just keep it rolling. I really want to stick to. I sometimes have trouble. I'll say I'm guilty of starting something and not seeing it all the way through because I get so sidetracked by so many other ideas and shit. But one thing I've really wanted to make sure I hold to is getting a song out every month or 2 months, not having these big gaps, because I think that was one of the things that really hurt my momentum around the doing me times is with being with Warner Brothers. It was just getting another goddamn tune out took 8 months, and then after that another 8 months, and I'm sitting there going, how am I ever going to have a career when I have a song out every 8 months and nobody even knows who the hell I am. I have to keep dropping shit and build something here. And I had that happen with different labels numerous times. And finally I got out of all those situations and I'm just never again. I'm going to just keep the songs coming. There'll be a little bit of everything. Some song might be for some people, some might be for others, but hopefully sooner or later there's one of those magic songs that just kind of speaks to everybody. Those songs are special because you can't write them every day, and you can't even write them. It's almost like you just have to receive them from the heavens when they come. So, hopefully I'll have another one of those that just kind of falls in my laps and blossoms and get some more steam here and kick things up a gear. But you know what? Just knowing that people out there enjoy the shit, for me, it's I'll keep making it for those people, and they can keep coming for Weekend at Mikey's, and we can keep hanging in the lounge, and whatever's supposed to unfold beyond that is up to the universe or God's will or whatever the hell you want to call it. I'm not going to stress over it. I'm just going to do my work, speak my truth, try to make the best music I can make, put it out there, and the rest of it is just kind of not my business. I might been listening to you back from when they're doing music, and I'm a big fan of you. Firstly, miss. Oh, what up, Junction? That's super cool. Yeah, that was a long time ago. I'm itching to get back to the UK. That was a pretty magic show in London. I remember we sold that show out on like the first day, and it was probably 130 or 40 person capacity, and another 30 or 40 people showed up after just to hear music in the street. And I did another little mini concert, and yeah, that was a really special time. Definitely want to get some more of that fucking juice back. Hey, Jake, I'm not sure, man. I was talking about this a little earlier, just about the live being kind of tricky right now because it costs a lot of money to go on tour, like more than people realize when it comes to like, you know, renting hotels, paying for rehearsals, paying the band members, place to stay, tour insurance. I was, I used to have to pay when I was touring a lot. I used to have to pay $10,000 a year just to be insured. Like my business managers basically made me. I was like, can I just skip this shit and like we hope everything's all right? And they're like, no, because you can literally lose everything if something happens to somebody at a show. So there's shit like that like, you know, right now I would just go out and play without the goddamn insurance because I can't. Yeah, the house party thing is like something I'm completely into, and there's enough people, supporters and fans that have venues and know people with venues in drivable distances. I do want to start. I need to basically find one more person to play with live. I have the other people, and then we should come out to Indianapolis and up there and do some little tour runs to places we can drive to, like for 4 or 5 days in a row, and then come back here, save up some more money, and keep doing it. The suitcase fly out the train window. But throttle it up. Definitely down for house parties. I actually put on the Buy Me a Coffee, like if anybody ever wanted an exclusive show, they can pretty much like order one, book one on there. Just pretty much for me, as long as it covered the expenses, I'd be down for it. Can fit about 50 in the house, Brian. Brian, those are rookie numbers, man. We're going to need 500 people, wall to fucking wall. Lake Ozarks Amphitheater. I don't know where that. I know the Ozarks, but from the TV show, but I've never seen the amphitheater. I'd love to play there. Shit, I'll play anywhere they have me. Hey, Junction, I'm glad to hear it helped through those times. Those are not fun ones. Definitely, we all need some music and outside good juju to keep us straight during those times, because they're definitely very ugly and isolating. Stevie, I actually have that on the Buy Me a Coffee. That's one of the things is like creative consultation or song reviews. I'm completely down for it. I mean, for you, brother, I'd do it for free. If I did it for anyone else, I probably wouldn't do it for $20 because honestly, it's just not worth the time. Because if I was gonna do it right, I want to listen and give real notes and shit. But if somebody was serious and wanted it, I'd probably do it for like, you know, somebody like you, Stevie. I'd listen to your shit and tell you. But for just kind of somebody passing by, I'd probably do it for like $100. James, did you enjoy opening for Yellow Wolf in New York? First time we saw you, and oh, that's awesome. You've been listening since then, man. Yeah, that tour was super fun. It was just an amazing time. It was so long. I remember like when the first show was done, being like, holy shit, it feels like it's like to get out here, set up, do the rehearse, play the show, all the stuff that went along. I was like, man, that was already a lot. Now we have 48 more of those in a row. But it was an incredible time. Like, I'll always have the very fond memories of that tour, and just the whole thing was pretty magic and awesome to be able to play for that many people. All right, guys, I think I'm about to take a shower because I need one, and I'll be stinking. I don't think I've showered in a couple days, and I'm hungry as shit. But I'll be back on here, popping in on YouTube randomly. Maybe sometime I'll post ahead of time, and maybe I'll do schedule some stuff. What would you guys want to see on here? Like, one thing I probably do is I throw up the live stream when I'm going through samples. So I'll just be down here with like maybe 20 records, just going through each one, stopping on anything I think might make a cool sample or worth flipping or turning into something that but if you guys want to have any like specific streams, whether it's on like all we do is talk about spiritual shit or hearing new music or whatever it is, any ideas, shoot my way. Yeah, Stevie, you're welcome to ask anything about the samples. I got you, man. Throttle it up, no doubt, man. Never stopping between the trading and the making music. I'm always on the grind. Get about 4 or 5 hours of sleep a night if I'm lucky. All right, guys. I'll be back. Thank you guys all for joining me and popping in. It's been fun. Yeah, leave comments on YouTube or Instagram or message me. Oh, James, man, I really appreciate that, dude. That was really, really cool, man. That really helps, and I appreciate it, man. It means a lot. So thanks for that, brother. But yeah, like I was saying, just leave me any ideas you guys got. You can DM me on Instagram or hit the line or leave a comments on YouTube. I'll see them too, of just like, yo, let's do a live stream where all you do is review songs, and maybe we could line up some songs of people's and listen to them and give thoughts on it. And you guys can kind of jump in and say what you think of them or where you think they're great or could be better or whatever the hell it is. Or just we'll get some do some cool kind of conceptual shit to make it kind of fun. And Run, I am on Telegram. I use Telegram mainly for like trading shit, for like just all kinds of stuff with Forex. But yeah, it's at Find Mikey Mike on Telegram. And yeah, for anybody that didn't catch it before, the family label shit situation, you can go there and join, and we have a private Discord. That's what I was talking to Cincy and West through earlier. And on the Discord, we got a family discussion, idea lab, ask MM, which is basically ask me any questions you have about song making or music or whatever the hell, then we got the temple where we're all dropping our favorite like spiritual videos and clips and talking about that type of stuff. The family hang is where everybody's posting new music, and unreleased music is where I post and write about the unreleased music that comes with the Buy Me a Coffee. So anybody that signs up on there, it's like, I don't know, $7 a month, and you get guaranteed unreleased piece of music. You get to listen to the songs, a lot of them, before they come out, and see the artwork and help me think of ideas for marketing it. And you can be as invested as you like. Basically, you could just pop in to hear the new songs and dip the fuck out, or you could come and join and get to know the people on there. It's a cool little family team type thing, and just really, really cool people. And part of what comes with the joining the membership shit is like the people that are more involved when it comes to doing a weekend at Mikey's, where we have like 30 people here and do a mini Coachella. Those are going to be the first people I'm going to be inviting to see if they want to come out here. And Stevie, I posted it. Maybe you've been off Instagram. I was posting it a shitload on Instagram for like 2 weeks. I need to keep posting it. But yeah, you got to Buy Me a Coffee and /Find Mikey Mike, and you can just sign up right on there for the monthly, like $7. You can pay for a year, and there's other services too on there, like just like you can literally I got a service where you can literally get me to call and prank call somebody. Maybe it's like, I don't know, I call up your girlfriend and say that like I've been having an affair with you, and she thinks that like her boyfriend that she was about to marry is having a gay affair with Mikey Mike. Like, we can get wild and do anything. That was pretty random, but I think you get the idea. Yeah, you guys all have a great night, and I'll catch you in about 2-3 weeks. Dealer is gonna be out. It's a song about growing up and maturing, and realizing kind of for the first time that you do care about your life, and you kind of grown out of that like 23 like attitude of like fuck the world and fuck everything and I don't give a shit. It's kind of like, nah, I do give a shit. I do give a shit. I care about my life and I value it. Stevie, I'm ready to prank your mom. I'll start thinking on that one, brother. That could be fun. All right, guys, I'm signing off, but I'll be back. Hey, James, thank you again, and thanks for the other donation from where did that other donation come from? Scar. I think Scar dipped, but yeah. All right, guys, peace. I don't know why I did the Jay-Z Rockefeller sign. I guess I'm just really cool like that. Signing off. And scene.